This is Matt, and this is a video on how I created a one-pager to track all of, or some of, my Google Analytics website stats. So you can see right here, this is a standalone page. It's actually, I lied slightly, it's actually a two-pager. I've got a couple of my wife's sites here as well. But you'll see that, you could have a one-pager depending on how much data you want here and how many different websites. You can have sort of 8, 9, 10 websites here. So all of this is almost in real time. I think it's updated sort of once a day, but I can essentially see the general trajectory of the last 28 days for all of my sites. So how I actually did this, I use something called Looker Studio. I'll just flick on over to Looker Studio. This is Looker Studio. Welcome to Looker Studio. It's owned by Google now. I don't believe it always was, but they own it now. So the kind of the main thing you want to do here, you want to import data. Now, for the Google Analytics setup that I have right here, I've imported the data from these sites. So if I click here, it essentially imports pretty much your whole Google Analytics. It's quite mad, really. But if you want to actually import a data source, this is the sort of first step to actually creating an interface like this. You will click on Add Data, and then you have all these options. You can even import stuff from YouTube. They've got quite a whole raft of different sites and apps within the Google kind of family, and outside of that you can import data from. For the Google Analytics one, if you do have an account and you want to import a property, you will click on Account, you will find your property, and just like that, you'll be able to add all of the data in there. And like I say, by default, it pulls in pretty much everything. So that's the root of the foundation of how you really start here, and then everything else is just customization. Looker Studio allows you to customize quite a bit of stuff. So these are just titles. I've literally just come up here and clicked text, and there's a whole load of customization and formatting options that you can do right here. You can make it look more pretty. I just wanted mine to just be a straightforward overview, so I can just get this bird's eye overview of what's going on. And then what I've chosen to import, I've got sessions, which I think is obviously really important. Total users, engagement rate, a really important one I like to check out on a lot of my sites and just see how that's evolving over time. Organic sessions as well, really important. Depending on the site, organic sessions is essentially a measure of organic search traffic from Google search that's actually coming to your site, so that's really important. Depending on your kind of site, I've got a lot of content sites here, so that's quite important. And then events per session shows essentially how sticky your website or product or app is. So with that said, like I say, this is just a text right here. And then in order to add these, so I'll show you roughly how to add one of these. These are called scorecards inside Looker Studio. So you click on charts. They've got a whole bunch of different charts, everything from like line, area, scatter. We've got for some reason like Google Maps down here, all sorts of different stuff, bar and time series, but this is a scorecard. So you would click on scorecard, and then you can place it anywhere you want. I'll just put it there just to show you. So by default, it shows views. You will come over to setup, and then you have your different metrics here. So that's just how to actually get your basic scorecard on. You can customize things here. You can style and format things here. But I'll show you what I've done with each of these. So sessions data, all I've done, it's as simple as this. You just click on the scorecard. So if I was doing this one, I can click here and I can start to, if I want to put sessions in, I'll just type sessions here and I'll find it. If, I had this one open and I wanted this to be, in fact, engagement rate, I could click or start to search for engage, and then we could click and just change that out. So it's as simple as that. I have just simply put sessions here. I've put total users, engagement rate, and so on and so forth. So as far as these lines underneath, these are actually called spark lines. So you see them everywhere. I just didn't know it was actually called a spark line, but they call them spark lines anyway in Google Analytics and Looker Studio. So what you'll do to actually get that on, so the spark line, essentially what it is just a measure of progression. It just shows you over this time frame, which mine is the last 28 days. It just shows you how the sort of general trajectory, are things going up, are things going down. So that is super helpful. For the spark line, you would just select, I like to have date as a spark line, and it just shows you how things are tracking. So you can add a spark line there. I've got one for sessions. I haven't got one for total users and engagement rate, as I don't think that's important. And as you can see, I've got one for organic sessions as well. So for the comparison, so right here with the up and down arrows, obviously this is a percentage, this is the comparison of the previous period. So if I go back to sessions, you just click right here for comparison of date range, and then you can select right here. I've got previous period set. You can have fixed, you can have advanced, you can choose, you know, individual dates and customize it to your heart's content. I've just got my previous period. So what that would do, if you have a 7-day period, if you have a 28-day period, whatever it is, that would just compare against the previous period as it sounds. So that's sessions. I've done the same with all of these. Engagement rate, again, just selected. Now this one's a little bit more tricky. Organic sessions, you have to do a bit more configuration here. Essentially it's a filter, and I've filtered the actual sessions data, I believe, by the organic sessions. So I've just pulled out and filtered out the organic sessions in order to display that here, which I think is quite important. I'm just going to delete that one, but that's how you do it. You will create it within Looker Studio. It's all free. Follow the instructions here. Obviously you can have different metrics, up to you. You can customize things in different ways. I've got my 2-pager here. Lots of kind of agencies, SEO agencies and stuff do it this way. And it's a great way to kind of display things. Like, you know, you can just bookmark this. I've just got this bookmarked, and I can come and check this page out whenever I want. And rather than just like clicking around and, you know, going onto Google Analytics and I have to open each site separately, I have to click into all these different data points. And as we all know, Google Analytics has got quite terrible with the advent of like Google Analytics Universal used to be pretty good, or whatever it was called before, but it's pretty rubbish now. So I just like to pull out these important metrics, get a 1-pager. I can come in the morning, in the evening, whatever it is, and just get this bird's eye view of what's going on some of my sites. So hopefully you found this video on creating a Google Analytics 1-pager in Looker Studio helpful. If you have, drop this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this.